How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Goshen's Games. And those of you guys who actually pretty much nobody on the channel really knows this, but I used to be a ghost hunter, a paranormal investigator, and I've done this for many years, and even still today, every once in a blue moon, I will go out if somebody needs me to do an investigation, or if or there's some sort of weird thing going on in somebody's house and they don't know how to deal with it or whatever. Every once in a while I'll still go out and help someone, or I'll find somebody to help out as well. So for this occasion, I'm wearing my old uniform shirt, so that way we can go ahead and play some Phasmophobia today. Phasmophobia is a new game that's released, and basically it has to deal with ghost hunting, I guess. Okay, let's do the training. There's an item store. So you got EMF readers. Okay, so let's explain some of the equipment, I guess, because I've used quite a bit of these, I guess, these things that are in here. Okay, the controls for this are not the greatest. Let's go from the beginning. So EMF reader basically detects the electric magnetic fields that's around. We would use those to find our base in whatever room that we're investigating. So we would take the EMF reader and put it to where all the electrical outlets were, to see what kind of reading we're getting from the electrical outlets. If there were any sort of wires running through the boxes. So say, for example, you see that there's a light switch running up and down there. We would take the EMF reader and run it along the light switch, and we would take it to any sort of circuit breaker boxes or anything that would be that could emit that could emit any sort of magnetic fields or electrical magnetic fields that could interfere with our readings. So that's what we would use our EMF readers for. Once we were done with running through the bases, then once we're doing our investigations, we could use it to detect any changes that might occur through our investigations. So if we were trying to contact a spirit or something, theoretically they could influence the electrical magnetic fields around us and increase the reading that we would get on our EMF reader. A lot of times on our EMF readers there would also be a thermometer to gauge the temperature in the room around us as well. I'll get to that in a minute. Flashlight's kind of self-explanatory. Photo camera. Cameras are a bit funny, because cameras, what happens with cameras, especially when you're investigating, because a lot of times in investigations you would have the lights off in the room that you're investigating, and I'll explain why that is once we get there. But cameras are funny because when you have the lights off and you go and you take a picture, a lot of times what happens in cameras are what's called orbs, and these orbs most of the time are dust particles, bugs, like things that reflects the flash of your camera. So most of the time the pictures that you take in the camera don't really have anything in them, that's both good and a bad thing, because if you take a picture and you see the orbs or whatever, I mean, most of the time you just write it off as dust or whatever, floating particles in the air. But if you see something really weird in there that can't be explained, then there you go, you might have something that you're gonna have to debunk, which is always fun. Lighters, candles. We never use candles. We never did. UV lights. We didn't use UV lights mainly because UV lights, you're not really gonna, like, the whole ectoplasm thing, like, that's really more so in the movies and shows. It doesn't really happen, so you're not really gonna use UV lights. What we did was we used lighting as a way to manipulate energy and this is going into color theory and stuff like that. So like we would use a blue light to kind of give energy to help a spirit potentially manifest itself, to communicate, things like that. UV light's not really so much. That's not really something that, yeah, no. Crucifix, now we're kind of getting a little overboard here. I need a young priest and an old priest. I mean, come on. Crucifix, look, one of the things that we would do when we go and into our investigations, we would always protect ourselves, whether you say a prayer from whatever religion that you believe in, or you ground yourself. If you're a spiritual person, you ground yourself. You cleanse yourself to make sure nothing gets attached to you, things like that. I mean, if you believe in, if your religious belief is Catholic or Christianity, then you probably would have some sort of crucifix on a necklace or something, and I can understand that. But I mean, you're getting a little silly. I mean, you might as well, like, if you have a crucifix, you might as well have like a Star of David, or you know, different things like that, because not every religion believes in a crucifix is going to protect you. Video camera, that's kind of a given. You use video cameras. We would actually set up various video cameras in the room, so we get different angles. So if one thing gets captured on a video camera, then we can make sure that other video cameras capture that same thing. So that helps. Spirit boxes are they're hit or miss. Like, it's very hard to prove the validity of a spirit box. What a spirit box is, it's a way for a spirit to communicate. It's a little device. It'll spout out words, and the words are supposed to be a way for the spirit to communicate with you. The problem with the spirit box is that spirit boxes typically have a limited vocabulary to what they can say, and most of the time it's just random jargon. It's nothing really cohesive. Now, if you did have a cohesive thing, or if there was something that spouted off from the spirit box that you could correlate with in the room, say I had an investigation one time where we were using a spirit box, and the spirit box actually said my name. It said Chris. My name is Chris. It said Chris. It said turn around and sit, and right behind me was a chair. So when you have it happen like that, then maybe something. So I turned around and I sat down in the chair, and then as soon as I did that, all our equipment went haywire, and we started getting hits off of all of our equipment, like our K2 meters, our EMF meters, and all of that stuff. It was a very weird and unexplainable experience, to say the least. It was very, very interesting, and it led to a very good investigation. Salt is used to protect yourself. Basically, if you ever watched the show Supernatural, what I like about the show Supernatural is that they do a lot of their research. Like they look into everything before they actually put into the show. Salt is used to protect yourself against harmful spirits or anything like that. So you'll basically take salt, put it in a circle, and you sit in the salt circle to protect yourself. Smudging sticks is used to cleanse a room or cleanse yourself. Basically, smudging sticks are usually made up of sage, sweetgrass, different things from Native American cultures, and basically you'll burn that sort of like in an incense kind of way. You put it in like a bowl or something, and you'll go around the room and you'll say a protection prayer, and you'll hit the four corners and basically go around the room, or like, in a barrier kind of way. That's what smudging sticks are used for. Do I need to explain what a tripod is or a strong flashlight? Motion sensors, I mean, that's kind of a given. Sound sensors, given. Sanity pills. I mean, that would be like our caffeine pills, right? Because we're doing like these investigations in the middle of the night. Most of the time we were not hopped up, but like we would take like energy drinks, or Mountain Dew was like a favorite of ours when we were doing investigations. Like every paranormal investigator that I've ever interacted with, they would always have like Mountain Dew with them. We might as well have been sponsored by Mountain Dew, not sponsored. But yeah, that's I guess the closest thing to sanity pills. Thermometer, because we would want to take the temperature that was in the room, the ambient temperature, and we would want to see if during our contacting any sort of spirit that could have potentially been in there, we would see if the spirit could affect the ambient temperature of the room. Because in theory, if there's a spirit there, it makes it cold in the room because it draws energy. Now, I have a funny story about that that I guess I could go into really quick. My theory was, okay, it's easy for a spirit to draw energy and make the room cold because it'll draw the energy from the room. So my theory was, if it's a potentially strong spirit, it could do the reverse and make it hot in the room instead. And I actually have a story about that and where that actually happened, but I'm not going to get into that right now. Maybe we'll save that for another time. Ghostwriting book. Now, ghostwriting books are interesting. It's not really a specific ghostwriting book. All it is just any sort of composition book. And basically, what you allow to happen is for the spirit to kind of like control you, basically possess you, to write. So it's basically a form of ghost writing or spirit writing. So you'll just like start making circles or whatever, and you just let the spirit kind of possess you, which is potentially very dangerous. And then you'll start writing as the spirit possesses you. Now, the validity of that is not really all that great because you can't prove or disprove anything of that. Infrared light sensor. So infrared light sensor is basically a red light, or a light that detects temperature readings. So depending on what kind of infrared light you're talking about. So so say for example, this is like a temperature reader. So we will go ahead and point it at like the walls and stuff, and we can see the temperature. And my green screen's messing up. And you can see like the temperature on the screen of what the wall is. If the wall is cooled, it'll show up blue. If it's hot, it'll show up red, so on and so forth. Parabolic microphone. That's kind of new. I don't know what that is. Glow stick is a glow stick and head mounted cameras. We actually would use head mounted flashlights. All right, so let's back up here. I want to go through the training and we'll see how this game is. Be careful of the dark, the ghost can sense you.
Alright, we're here. Take a look at the equipment and prepare accordingly before starting the investigation. I've also written some notes on the whiteboard if you need them.
We found a
reports of light switching. Possibly harmless, but be careful out there.
We found a non-violent ghost that you can use to train your ghost hunting skills. We've already located the ghost in the nursery. Head inside and read the slideshow we have set up for you on the TV. Good luck. Alright, let me see here. Strange glowing lights. Testing. Let me see what the controls are. Doesn't really give me the controls. Okay. So I guess team sanity, that's interesting. Sound sensors, total activity. So I guess this is your home base. That's a K2 meter right there. We would use plenty of those. Can I pick it up? I don't know if I can pick it up. Okay, I can't pick it up. So we're taking that. Can I only take one thing of equipment? I can take multiple things. Okay, so we're gonna get the camera. Definitely get the flashlight. Or not. It doesn't want to give me the flashlight. No flashlight. I just threw the K2 meter. Is that that's the ghost box? Yeah, let's drop that. I want the K2 meter. K2 meter was like a favorite of mine. We're just like throwing all the equipment. Oh, that's the notebook. Okay. Not like, you know, Nicholas Sparks' notebook, but the notebook. What is that? Hold on, I want to see what that is. I can't pick that up. We got a radio up there. Not that we can do anything with that. Although, in theory, there are things you can do with the radio, but... Okay, these controls are really, like, sloppy. All right, let's go. K2 meter was a favorite of mine. We're not. Can we not throw things anymore? How do I switch? Oh, introducing ghosts. Very interesting. We're gonna take a look at that in another video. How do I back up? Oh my god. It's gonna take a minute to get used to this because I have no idea what this like. Wait, how do I get out of here? Seriously, how do I get out of here? I don't even know how to get out of here. Hello? And inside of Read the Slideshow, we have set up for you on the TV. But how do I get over there? How do I leave? I'm spending like most of my time figuring out how to freaking leave here. There we go. Can I run? I wonder if I can run at all. No? So that's locked. Where do I... How am I getting in there? Excuse me. Excuse me, how am I getting in there? How do I get inside? It's not like I have anywhere else to go. How do I get in here? Do I have to have a key of some sort? I mean, I don't get it. Spending like most of my time trying to figure this out. Oh. Oh my god, pick up the key. Okay, you know what? Throw. Now can I pick up the key? I don't think this is working. So much so it's even affecting my green screen. Okay, I got the key. Took a little bit, but I got it. The controls... I don't know how the controls work on PC. I'm legitimately using a controller and mouse and keyboard until like I can figure out the freaking thing. Whatever. It's actually quite annoying. Oh my god. Why does it sound like that? Where's the TV remote? Oh, there it is. Oh, now it's telling me the controls. Okay. So, WASD, shift is run. Crouch is G. That's not crouch. Great. Now I gotta. Crouch is C. Okay. Push to talk is V. Global push to talk is B. Check, check, check. Inventory swap is Q. Okay, that's how you turn it on. Okay. Journal is J. On our investigation, you will have around 5 minutes before the ghost will anger and drop your sanity faster. Use this time to set up equipment and find the ghost. For today, you don't have to worry about that. Set up a video camera inside the ghost room, then head back to the truck and watch the CCTV monitor for a ghost orb. If you spot one, write it on the last page of your journal. If not, then go to the next screen. Step 2, grab the ghost writing book and place it inside the ghost room. If the ghost writes on the pages, then write it in your last page of your journal. If not, go to the next screen. So I gotta go back and get the writing book. Step 3, grab the spirit box in the truck, enter the ghost room with the lights out and ask the ghost questions with your voice. Try where are you? How old are you? If the spirit box responds back with a voice, then write it in the last page of your journal. At this point, the room should now be cold. If the ghost is a freezing temperature ghost, the room will drop to freezing. You can see your breath in this room, then write it on the last page. Grab the UV torch from the truck. Scan all doors, windows, and light switches around the ghost using this light for fingerprints. Ghosts don't leave fingerprints. If you spot a fingerprint, then write it down on the last page of your journal. Grab the EMF reader from the truck. Scan objects around the ghost. That is a lot of stuff to remember. Okay, let's set up the video camera in the room, then head back to the truck and watch for ghost orbs. Okay, is this the nursery? Oh, it's cold. My breath is cold, so I need to write it in my journal. Evidence. Freezing temperatures. Okay, so. Well, that doesn't work. Worst training ever. So I'm just gonna. Yeah, alright, that's how it's gonna work. That's exactly how it's gonna work. Good. Good. I'm glad it can see like that, because freaking hell. Good. So dumb. Boom. There you go. So in a real investigation, I already have the spirit box. In a real investigation, what we would do is we would have multiple people running through. So in every group, we would have at least 3 people in the room with us, so we could validate experiences. So that's what we do. We would have multiple people in the room so we could validate experiences. We would never go into a room by ourselves, because that would be pointless. But we'll take this thing, I guess we'll take it to the room and then start asking questions. Okay, so we're gonna turn that on. Hello? Is anybody there? Is there anybody in the room with us? Can you write in the journal? Okay. It's not. I don't know how long it's supposed to take before it actually does anything. Can you make the meter go red? Not sure how this game works really. If there's anybody in here, can you communicate with that? Okay, I mean, the only thing that I'm seeing is the breath, like the cold breath. That's it. Oh, it wants me to scan the objects. Oh, well, it's not interacting with anything though. I guess the total activity is detecting the activity that's going on in the room. So I guess we gotta just like stay in there. How old are you? How old are you? Can you write in the journal? Where are you? Where are you? Can you write in the journal? How old are you? How old are you? Where are you? Is your name Nancy? Can you write in this book? Where are you? Do you like owls? Are you making the room cold? Do you want me to turn the light off? Whatever, turn the light off. Actually, hold on. Let's do something first. Let's turn that on. We're gonna crouch and I guess put this down. Didn't mean to do that. How old are you? See, it's only going to like 2. Like, it's not even detecting any activity in there. Okay, no joke. I'm gonna have a lot of stuff to edit because like this is just not working, man. I don't like nothing is I didn't find any other evidence yet. Oh, I dropped my flashlight. Well, that was dumb. Let's try something else because this is just not. It's not working the way that I want it to. Oh, well, it's going 3 now. Are you in here? How old are you? Where are you? Well, thank you for talking. How old are you? You're old? Why are you here? Cash? What's your name? Why are you... What's your name? Oh, okay. Bye-bye. I don't know, it sounded like it said attack. I mean, if something's gonna say attack, then why am I gonna be in there? Like, no. So, one of the things that we always did, or not did, but one of the things that we would... So, I did find evidence, I mean, apparently. So, evidence number 1 found. We got, spirit box. And then... Oh, you know what? We need to see if it's gonna write in the book. When we would do our investigations, if we ever felt threatened, we would leave the room because we don't want to be in a bad situation. Are you here?
Yes.
What's your name? Are you male or female? Can you write in the book? Can you write in the book?
Hey.
Do you like my camera? Okay, fine. I don't like you either. Meanie? It only shows up when I'm in there? Because look, if I'm not in there, it's not going to show up. Watch. Or the activity's going to go down. See, there it is. So, for whatever reason, it doesn't like when people are in there. But, I mean, we pretty much got our other portion of activity. Like, it's going to go up to level 5. Does it say what kind of... Okay, so they do say the kind of spirits. Unique strings, nothing. Weakness, using smudge sticks on a spirit will stop it attacking for a short period of time. Evidence, ghost, spirit box, fingerprints, and ghost writing. So this one's not doing ghostwriting. Phantom, evidence EMF 5, ghost orb, and freezing temperatures. Banshee, level 5, fingerprints and freezing temperatures. So each one of these apparently has a specific set that tells what they are. I'm just like... So it tells you their strengths and what their weaknesses are. Okay. Wraiths almost never touch the ground, meaning it can't be tracked by footsteps. So no fingerprints. Wraiths have a toxic reaction to salt. Okay. Phantom. Looking at a phantom will considerably drop your sanity. Will drop. Taking a photo of the phantom will make it temporarily disappear. A poltergeist can throw huge amounts of objects at once. A poltergeist is almost ineffective in an empty room. A banshee will only target one person at a time. Banshees fear the crucifix and will be less aggressive when near one. A jinn will travel at faster speed if its victim is far away. Turning off the location's power source will prevent a jinn from using its ability. Is it mare? Will have an increased chance to attack in the dark. Turning the lights on will allow the mare to lower the chance to attack. Revenant will travel at a significantly faster speed when hunting a victim. Hiding from a revenant will cause it to move very slowly. Shades. Being shy means the ghost will be harder to find and will not enter hunting mode if there are multiple people nearby. A demon will attack more often than other ghosts. Asking demons successful questions on the Ouija board will lower the user's sanity. Yuri have been known to have a stronger effect on people's sanity. Smudging will cause it to not wander around the location for a time. Oni are more active when people are nearby and have been seen moving objects at great speed. Being more active will make the Oni easier to find and identify. Okay, so this one is kind of along the lines of what we're doing, but it's not doing the ghost writing. I wonder if this is an Oni. Can I ask it if it's an Oni? Turn up my audio. I want to see if it answers when I say Oni. I mean, the lights are flickering like crazy. Are you an Oni? Ooh, it triggered it. Okay. You're an adult. Are you friendly? Is your name Casper? Oh, you didn't like Casper, did you? You know, I didn't really like Casper either, so I get you on that one. Can I turn the lights on? Do you like the lights on or off? Oh, you apparently like the lights off, don't you? Are you here? Are you nearby? Where are you? Yeah, it doesn't like the lights on. I hear doors opening and closing. This thing's an Oni. This thing's an Oni. It's getting triggered when I'm here. This thing's an Oni. Hello? We have an Oni. Hello? Hey! Listen! It's not an Oni. Because, I mean, it's reacting like an Oni, but it doesn't have... It's not doing the ghost writing. Right? So, like, it's... Instead of the ghost writing, it's freezing temperatures, but nothing's discovered. And we have the spirit box. Oh, I put spirit box twice. Let's see if we can find anything else. Let's do that. Let's see if we can find anything else. Whoops. I'm like the clumsiest investigator ever right now. You know what? Let's check the room, the nursery, just because like that's where all this stuff was going on. Oh, look at the handprint. Oh, we got a handprint there. Okay. So we got ourselves a handprint. I think we're done then. I dropped my flashlight again. Like, Why do I keep dropping my flashlight? Alright. We've got ourselves a handprint. I think we're done. So after we're done, we just... Alright, so let's see what we got. So we got... I gotta keep switching between the mouse and the keyboard. So let's say instead of freezing temperatures, let's go fingerprints. Nothing. Okay, so we're gonna go fingerprints and freezing temperatures. We got a wraith? I don't know about wraith. What else did we get? We got, let's see, do any of the others, like, share anything similar? I mean, the Banshee, too, because we were getting EMF levels. And Phantom, well, no, we didn't get a Ghost Orb. Well, I mean, there was no way for me to tell, to be honest. So it's either a Banshee or a Wraith. Yeah, it didn't do Ghost Writing, so I'm thinking it's gonna be either a Banshee or a Wraith. Is it gonna make a difference, really? So if I put it as a Wraith, because I mean that's what we got. So do I just? Oh, that's it.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
That's it. I guess that's it. What are my thoughts on this game? My thoughts on this, as far as like accurate depictions of like ghost hunting goes, I mean the equipment is right. Like that's how the equipment is, to be honest with you. So the spirit box that they have in this game is different. There's different kinds of spirit boxes. There's ones that have like a preset vocabulary, and there's another like this one that uses radio frequencies, so it'll scan through the radio. And the spirit will effectively use that to be able to communicate. So it'll, in theory, stop at specific parts to kind of say whatever word it wants to say. If you ever saw the movie Transformers, like how Bumblebee communicates because his voice box is broken. So he communicates through the radio, like he'll scan through the radio and say whatever he wants to say using the radio. That's pretty much the best comparison to it. I can see this being something that like you have a good time with some friends, and again, like this is a somewhat accurate depiction of how a paranormal investigation would go. The whole thing with the camera, like the video camera, that's, you wouldn't set up one video camera and that's it. Like it's not gonna be a good way to capture it. You would have multiple video cameras running through. We had cameras in every room. Multiple cameras in the rooms with the most activity, or you know, the most activity that was reported by the client. And again, we would go in there with multiple people. Now, I guess that's the thing with this game, is you go in with multiple people. But whenever you would start getting, if you were not trained, right? Like if you were not trained, or you're not a senior investigator. If you started to feel threatened by whatever it was that was in the room, you would leave. You would close the communication, and you would leave. And you would always go with a senior investigator. Like, if you were not a senior investigator, you would always go into the room with a senior investigator. Always. So, you know, this is a decently depicted game. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I would like to see how this plays out, like with multiple people, so maybe we'll do some streams on this. But until then, I gotta edit this mess of a video. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon, guys.